Welcome up everybody. Back with another video. We're watching Gingerbilly, a southerner comic that does short skits here on YouTube. This one's called Anatomy of the Male Brain.
Since the beginning of time, women have looked at men and they've asked themselves, I wonder what's going on inside his head. Well, today I'm going to show you with an in-depth presentation of the anatomy of the male brain. Now, as you can see, there's two male brains. This male brain is located in the skull, and this brain is located in the genitalia region. Now, we'll get to this one later. Now, as you can see at the front of the male brain is an area called man vision. This area gives a man the ability to see a deer 800 yards away in the middle of a cornfield, but it gives him the inability to see a bottle of ketchup on the second shelf of the refrigerator, even after the man's spouse has told him the location of the ketchup bottle multiple times. Now you can see here this very small, almost non-existent area of the male brain is called the toilet aiming center. Now ladies, a lot of y'all think that us men just walk in, we pull our britches down, and we gyrate our hips and try to pee everywhere. But that ain't the case. See, the fact is we have a very small toilet aiming center. And that is because for millions of years, men peed outside, freely, peeing wherever we wanted to. Then over the last 200 years, we were asked to pee into an area the size of a football. That is why the toilet aiming center is so small. Now, the beer gland can also affect the toilet aiming center. You see, as the beer gland gets larger, the toilet aiming center gets way inaccurate. That is why a lot of drunk dudes pee all over the place. This is the lame excuses gland. Ladies, if you've ever had a fella break up with you and him say, well, I just love you so much that I'm scared you might break my heart, so I'm going to break up with you. That came from the lame excuses gland. As you can see here, this is the remote control and TV center. This is responsible for men being able to go into any establishment and sniff out a remote control and a TV like a bloodhound. This area is also the reason why men like to watch what they want to watch, and they don't care about what anybody else wants to watch.
Yeah.
Now, as you can see here, this is the outside chores region and the inside chores region. The outside chores region is...
I really don't like chores as a whole. So, the outdoor chores and indoor chores are almost non-existent for me. They exist in the sense of I have to do them because I live in my parents' house, high school graduate, so yeah, I don't really like chores.
Much larger. That is why men like to cut the grass. They like to rake, and they like to weed eat. And the inside chores region is much smaller. That's why men are almost incapable of folding towels, washing dishes, and ironing clothes. Now this here is the fall sports region. This region is responsible for collecting all sports data, favorite players, favorite teams, favorite coaches, etc. Now this region gets so large that other parts of the brain have to shrink, like the anniversaries and birthdays gland. That's why a lot of men can tell you who won the 1996 National Football Championship, but they can't tell you their wedding anniversary. Now this here is the measurement center of the male brain. The measurement center is very accurate, and it can tell exactly what size nut, bolt, sprocket, or any other tool is needed for a job. But the measurement center becomes very inaccurate when men are measuring body parts below the waist. Now this here is the power tools and heavy equipment gland. Now men will notice as they get older, this gland will get larger. That's why their urge to go to Home Depot and Lowe's becomes greater and greater as they age.
Father.
Now this here's the HFTG gland, the hunting, fishing, trucks, and guns gland. You see, when a lot of men get together, this gland swells. And that's when they talk about who killed the biggest buck, who caught the biggest fish, who's got the best truck, and who's got the most goods. Now at the very back of the brain, you will see the listening gland. Now the listening gland soaks up all information and it sends it out to other regions of the brain. But for whatever reason,
Sorry if I'm looking down sometimes. Got my phone with me, so yeah.
Listening gland completely shuts down when a man's wife is telling him something she thinks is really important. Now, I know a lot of y'all wondering, well, where's the sex region at in the male brain? Well, let me direct you down here to the second male brain, which is located down at the male's crotch. Now, this male brain can be smaller in some men and larger in some men, but no matter the size, the second male brain controls the first male brain. See, this here is the message center. This area receives all messages from the second brain. And it don't matter what's going on up here in this brain, if this little brain here decides, hey, I want to have sex, it shoots a message up to the big brain. And all of this right here, this whole region, becomes the sex region. And I will say that this gland here, the beer gland, can have a very large effect on the second male brain. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have enjoyed this presentation of the
That was gingerbilly anatomy of male brain. Now that was true for a lot of us guys. Women, here was the education of how the male brain works and why your husband can sometimes be a bit stubborn. Now this one, it's called Southerners in the Summertime. I'm a Southerner myself, so I can understand this one really good. If it would load.
Hey, baby, I'm going to go out here and get this yard work done before it gets real hot outside. But first, it ain't too bad out here. God, no. It is hotter than a hooker's doorknob on payday. They darn bugs. And this humidity, I bet I got swamp butt.
That happens to me all the time. I say I just have overactive glands. It's like, sure, no problem. Apart from maybe the back, like top bit of the back being soaked, I'm pretty much dry. But the rim of my shorts, soaked.
Yeah, got swamp butt. God, dog it, darn that. Why would Mother Nature make a bug go straight kamikaze with somebody's eyeball? Go in the house and cool off for a little bit. And I get back out here and finish my yard work. Man, it feels so good in here. I wonder what she's got the thermostat set on. 68. She's got this hour set on 68 degrees. Turn this thing up to 74. But you had that air condition set on 68 degrees. What you trying to do? Make us have to take out a loan to pay the power bill? How do I cool down? I got my methods.
Good old southern tactic on how to cool down. Either ice pack, and depending on where you're hot and sweaty the most, you put it there, or bags of frozen food, like for frozen veggies.
I think it's finally cool enough where I can go outside and get some work done. But first, I'm going to make sure I don't get the swamp butt again. That's good. No sweaty butt for me. And last but not least, it's time to cut the grass. God dog, what kind of bug is that? Thing looks like a pterodactyl. Where'd it go? Oh, God, get it off me. It's still too darn hot out here.
Now that's awesome, and here's why. There are lots of bugs I hate, and very few I like. I like butterflies, ladybugs, dragonflies, and praying mantis. Bugs I hate. Common housefly, mosquito especially, wasps, bees, except if it's going to be used to make mead, then I'm alright with bees, and hornets. I hate bugs like that. Basically, any sort of bug that can sting and or harm you, I hate.
I'm gonna go get the swimming pool. Oh, this water feels so good. Yeah, sweat bees. Ow. God, oh, God, oh, darn piss ain't. I got a little payback for y'all biting my leg. That's right there. You little a-hole.
Ah, yes. Set the ants on fire. Burn.
It's still hotter than Satan's nutsack out here. I might have to go in the house and cool off for a little bit. Oh, it's been so good. Fine. Cool enough to where I can enjoy it out here. Ah, darn skaters. Oh, darn no seal bugs. Darn gaunt flies. That's it. I'm tired of this heat. I'm gauted. I've had to change shorts 3 times today because of the swamp foot. I have got bug bites all over me. I'm going in the house and I ain't coming back out till winter time.
Yeah, that's Southerners in the summer. Again, I'm a Southerner, so I can understand this. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell notification, and share this on any platform you are on and with all your friends. It will help grow my channel. Please, thank you.